Good evening and welcome to another episode of Your Opinion brought to you by Global News. I am your host for today, Bella, and joining me in the studios are
Sola.
and
Seven.
this is my two beautiful and my handsome and beautiful colleague today that is joining me. So we are going to be having an interesting conversation for you today surrounding the popular actress and musician called Annie Edibia and Tubaba saga. So stick with us, share your opinion, and send us comments on our WhatsApp line. So don't forget to leave your comments on the comment section as we go live. So we would love to hear from you. Today's story about the let me just say is it let me say love saga between Annie Edibia and Tubaba. So the love stories on the entertainment industry often face public scrutiny. Innocent Edibia, popularly known as Tubaba, and Annie Macaulay Edibia have one of the most talked about relationships in Nigeria. Their journey include love, separation, forgiveness, and resilience. Annie met Tubaba at the age of 15 before he became famous. They started dating in their early years, building a strong bond. Tubaba rise to stardom as a music icon changed the dynamic of their relationship. Several unknown factors to us, the public, we have a whole lot to talk about. This is what we are here to discuss because their relationship, due to the let me say the social media that have been talking about it, has actually hit the rock. And then Tubaba come out recently to say that he and Annie has been on a separation for some times now, and then they are going to be filing for divorce. We don't know what actually happened, but everybody actually feels like Tubaba is at fault because Annie has severally come out to say that Tubaba has been accused of infidelity, and then his career has been tarred by that because they feel so, since he's a musician, then it's possible now. He has to be like that now. He has to carry a lot of women. But my own thought is that Annie got married to Tubaba when he already have 5 children and 3 baby mamas. I was wondering, like, why would she still wanted to go into the relationship when she already knew that this man has a 5 kids and 3 baby mamas? 2017, that is when they got married, and then in 2021 they renewed their vows again. Like Tubaba renews his vow to Annie again and says that through dark and thin and forever and ever, which she like on Sunday, and then was like they are filing for divorce. Wow.
Well,
Why does that has to be
this situation is really complex, I tell you, because I there are so many things hidden the
relationship?
under the let me use the word under the carpet
Yeah.
that we don't understand. Because some people out there are having this bad criticism saying Two-Face is because
Is
of
the
his
background?
infidelity and everything. But I think we should look at it in both perspectives. Look at the wife side and also look at Two-Face side. This couple, some people grow up jealous in their marriage. Some people always say, let my marriage be like
Tubaba.
Two Baba's marriage, because at the beginning of that relationship, we all saw the love in that relationship. Starting from the day he
South
used her for
African.
African Queen.
Yeah.
That was when we knew
Love.
there's no way you go to almost all the weddings we have in the country.
They
If you
use
don't
that
play
song.
African Queen in your wedding,
Yeah.
that means the DJ does not know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because that song has actually gone viral. So that we really loved what was really happening in that relationship. But Two-Face coming outside last week Sunday saying that he's having, I don't know. It really touched so many people. I tell
Yes,
you.
it really touched many
So many people.
celebrities. Some
It
people,
was a shock.
yeah, some people are backing the wife because they feels like Tubaba actually made the wrong move to come out publicly to
On
say
social
that
media.
says that they are going to have a divorce when the lady is actually in a mental state right now, like she can't handle the news at the moment. Why would he do that to this woman that have actually stood by you for a
Very
long
long
time?
time.
Why?
No. I think there should be more reasons behind Two-Face coming out in public to announce the divorce, because he's Two-Face. We all know Two-Face as a very respected person. He's a legend in the music industry already, and he should have more reason for coming outside to bring out that, because maybe his family have been giving him more kind of
No problem
push and
on it.
everything. Because if he doesn't come outside, as that kind of figure he is, if he doesn't come outside to announce the divorce, it's going to get to somewhere that they will ask him, your wife will come.
I'm not disputing the fact that you said
Yeah.
he should have come out to say, but no matter what, why on social media?
It's the same social media that made him who he is. Because if,
Then you just come in all of a sudden,
let me tell you,
come into social media and say, okay, I want to break up with my wife. I'm ending the
social media
relationship.
is the only place you can go to and talk to and say something and address a
Him
message.
saying it now, does it solve anything?
It solves a lot.
It's even added to the fraud.
It didn't add to him because he has made his decision already. He made his decision that the divorce has been process already. If he didn't come out to tell us, none of us will know what is really happening in marriage.
Yeah.
Just imagine you going out to a particular event and they are greeting you, Two-Face, how are you? Your wife will come, how is Annie call? Does he want to start explaining himself, me and Annie are not together, tell you I'm not together, I'm not together. But it's better the way he came out to the public and tell everybody. So if he's going out and nobody will ask him Annie call.
I felt as a grown-up man that he is, and an intelligent man that he is, a celebrity for that matter, he should have solved. There's a lot of ways to solve this, not coming out on social media. Do you know the impact it has on that lady? What it has, how it has affected the girl?
Yeah, I believe social media is where you will go to and play something and you will see. I tell you, there are some things that Two-Face might have even heard now that he has not heard before.
Okay, yeah.
So in believing that that was the best way for him to put it, it's fine. See, there's so many people that do that. He's not the first person to come out on social media and announce his divorce or something. If you can announce congratulations on social media, you can announce anything there.
Exactly. Due to Annie Idibia, Annie always come out on she always grants an interview where she has to talk about the love story between her and Tubaba. She actually stated in her own interview that she met Tubaba when she was 15 years, and then according to Tubaba says that Annie's family were actually below class. Like when they say a below class, like they were very below class to the like. So feels like most people were actually thinking that was it a grooming stuff, like okay, or is it Annie's family that actually pushed Annie to Baba because they feels like he's a rising star, and then they feels like they are going to be a benefit from that? Because what I'm going to ask now, do you think that this is a situation of grooming or just love gone soft due to infidelity?
So I think it's both ways because it can happen here, it can also happen here. In the fact that the situation of infidelity, we all know that one. Because there's no woman, there's no human woman, sorry, there's no woman that will come out and say he or she is not being paid that the husband she got married to has other kids outside. Even if you are the third wife, fourth wife, fifth wife, even though you marry in a polygamous my family, you always have that feeling.
That's your
How I wish my child was first.
How I wish I'm only married to this person. But I feel where Annie's pain is coming from. Because it's not easy for you to know someone before other people. And find out that the person you know has a child for this person.
Let me correct you on that.
Five child.
Let me correct you on that. Annie did not meet Tubaba when he's single. Tubaba is 24 years. He's not even yet a Pero. There was another lady before that Pero. So and then that has I was like, okay, Annie just come into between this relationship and everything has to go away. So they got married in 2017. That means that Annie and Tubaba has already separated for some time. Then they still have to come back together because after that there were still other more babies, and then now came to Annie that has the sixth child and all that. But I was thinking that okay, if all this thing you know about it as a lady, you know that this man already have 5 kids and 3 different baby mamas. Why do you still have to go ahead with the marriage with him? Like you still wanted to be committed to him, and then now you feels like it's kind of disrespecting for the man to be infidel in his marriage.
Let me tell you. I think Annie has more in that aspect. Annie has more fault in that aspect because I think Annie she married Two-Face out. To me, she married Two-Face out of it because she felt she can win this fight over other girls because she believes that if I'm the one that marries Two-Face at the end of the day, it's for me alone. and for nobody. And another mistake she made was her thinking she can change
Two
Two
Baba.
Face. It's three baby mamas and four
And
children.
5 kids.
No, I think Annie's first child was the fifth of Two Face. That means three baby mamas and four kids. You can't change that kind of person. You can't change that kind of person.
To me, I felt she ignored a lot of errors before entering that marriage. She actually felt it's something she can deal with when she enters the marriage. You understand? Because imagine you see all these oaths, see everything, and you see
All
when
the red flags.
like the red flag was just there. It was opened like it. That's why you say when love eats you, bro, you do her 100.
Me, I don't think it's even love. I think Two Face has sweet mouth.
No, it's not a matter
No,
of being.
Annie loved Two Face.
It's not. This is not a matter of.
Annie loves Two Face more than Two Face loves her.
Exactly. That's what's happening there.
I'm going to tell you that when you groom a child from a tender age, she has already focused her entire thought on you,
alone.
and that is the thing that is actually happening here. She never knew that there were other aspects of life and relationship out there when she met Two Face, but she was already being groomed by Two Face. In us, let me say in Christianity, in my is not good, but other religions have got other cultures might not even might they are practicing it. When it comes to Islam, they are practicing it at the point that they feels like when you groom a child is the best way that that woman, when she grow up, she's going to listen to you, follow your lead, and then understand. But so in this kind of a thing, it's not like it's actually that bad that Two Face was already dating Annie when she was 15. It's not that bad. It's not even about the let me say love gone so. You might actually think that okay, Tubaba has always been called out by his wife on social media that he about the infidelity and all that, and then we want to focus the energy on Tubaba and says that he's the one that caused all this all this. You caused this woman so much pain, you never respected her. That is what we are going to think about. But
I don't think Two Face caused a lot of pain because those children were already born before she married Two Face.
yes,
So it's something you saw already. And after the marriage, I don't think Two Face had any if he had any child after marriage again. I don't think he had any child.
No, two were born before he got married to Annie Gibeah. In 2004, the first child was born by Sumbo. Do you understand? The
Was
first
that
child,
after the marriage?
no, before the marriage. The first child was born. At that same time, the child was born was when Pero also gave birth to her whole first child. They gave birth together in the same year. One was given birth at June, I think April. The other was given birth at June. Do you understand? So the two baby mamas gave birth at the same year. Do you understand?
But if Two Face after marrying Annie didn't have any child after the marriage, I think you shouldn't say Two Face.
He had though
after the wedding, he
that's
still
when
have
Pero now gave birth to I think the second child.
child.
That means
Before the third one.
she has been pregnant before the marriage.
No,
After it was after the
It was
marriage.
after the
It was
marriage.
after the marriage.
Wait, was after the marriage? Was it 9 months after the marriage? If it's not 9 months after the marriage, definitely.
the date the month the date was not stated, but as it was said after the marriage, it wasn't long after the marriage. Pero gave birth to the second child. That was when it was the same year Annie too gave birth to her whole first child, which is Isabella.
That means this has been happening before the marriage.
Yes, this has
Exactly
been
what I'm saying,
happening.
that the red flag was there, but she just wanted to ignore them.
Innocent Olivia.
There's something Annie doesn't understand. Two Face entertainer.
Yes.
He's a superstar. There are so many girls that want him without any strings attached. So we have the likes of Davido, Whiskey, all of them, most of them have baby mamas. The singer has not gone this wild that to the extent that to lead to one person. Okay, let's use Davido as an instance. Davido I think two baby mamas or two child outside. At the end of the day, he got married to Ifeanyi. She got
Chioma.
married to Chioma. So these are things that we need to understand.
But still respect. Have respect for the person you marry. When you know you won't respect her, you won't love her. Why marry her? Why giving her a lot of headache?
No, you don't-
It's
you don't-
something you can cut short.
You
They've been telling.
don't expect Two Face to cut off the family.
No, he can. He can from the start. No, he
can't
can.
cut off-
It's something he
you have
can
a
do.
child
Why? Okay,
outside.
now that he cut off the child, the girl. Now, why now? Why now? Since
I think those
There
ladies
was
actually
divorce.
walk out of the
no,
relationship by the
I mean Annie. Why now?
there was reports that Annie has started taking drugs. That she's into drugs now. But me, I believe the drug issue is what Two-Face is all about now. Because I saw some interview she had, the way she was reacting to the
Yes.
She
interview.
did not have an interview. It was a reality show.
I'm not talking about reality show. There was an interview she had when she said Two-Face had she stated that I think she said something about Two-Face and how they met and everything.
Yeah, she always go over and over and that,
The way
about that
she
Two-Face,
was
and
reacting like someone that was into drugs.
It was
Her
it
reaction,
was a reality show, not an
yeah,
interview.
she
Reality show.
usually grants
reality
an
show I'm talking
interview.
about is
Do you?
Young famous African.
I'm not talking about young famous African. I'm talking about an interview she got from forgotten the name of that interview. About the way she yeah, her head was then she was on low court, I guess. Then she had this interview. The way she was reacting to the interviewer, it felt as if she was into something. She was not balanced. She was restless in the interview. That was when then I knew that she was it. And this interview was, I think, 2022, 2022 ago, and 2 years ago, I guess.
Sincerely, a lot has been happening to this lady Loki that we all been through. She has been going through a lot. Imagine in that reality show, she herself came out and said last year she had a miscarriage of twins. She went into rehab because of that.
Wow.
That yes, she said it's in a reality show. This young famous Africa that she had a miscarriage of twins last year.
If we are using a miscarriage to judge people, I don't
No,
think
no,
we
no,
should
no, no. I'm not using that miscarriage to judge, but she has gone through a lot. Forget about the miscarriage. A lot of things that she has gone through.
Okay, are you trying to say that this thing, this a lot that you are saying that Annie has walked through? Is it that it was two Baba that put her through the a lot, or she purposely knowly that this thing is not going to work out well, and she still walk into it?
Like he said, she was ignoring the red flag and was like, okay, I can change this man. And whereas the person who wanted to change is not ready to change, and that is actually giving her a lot of. Do you understand? Because a lot of people have gone, they've met her already. They were like, you this lady, leave this marriage. But he said, no, you cannot leave it. Now Two Face came into the picture. He even said it on social media, whereas he can even do that on a silent stuff. Do you understand? But him coming out to say it on the social media made her.
Wow.
Do you
Yeah,
understand?
I get the
What
point.
if she has actually left Two Face?
Well, you know the
You should
thing that is,
prioritize your peace,
There,
your own
there, there,
mental.
there, there was an
This
incident.
thing.
There was an incident that happened, I guess, 2015, where Two Face was in a private club with Pero.
Well,
They had pictures of this online when Pero was kissing Two Face in public. Before you knew it, like 2 hours later, Annie find her way to that club, and people the management didn't allow her to enter where Two Face was at that moment. They had to take her to a private
section.
room and lock her there. Just imagine that kind of thing. She's the one putting herself into the kind of emotional trauma she's putting herself. You know that this person I'm dating is a public figure. Okay, just imagine someone like Chioma now seated somewhere and you see the video, people being rushing him, kissing him on the cheek, and you expect her to flare about this kind of thing. It doesn't work that way.
because she knows Davido respects her more than any other thing.
Is it the respect that is being shown in her presence or the one that she's not seeing?
No matter what, the guy still respects this lady.
There are some things that happen behind
Davido
her
respects Chioma a lot. That's why Chioma is Davido's manager.
No, Davido has his own personal manager.
He has his own personal
That's
manager.
what- I
Choma
think
is
Chioma
married.
like she gave herself that time.
I should have been now, not be the manager. I haven't managed your own.
Well, so what I'm going to ask you: should Tubaba and Annie have kept their divorce private, as it, or was it necessary to address the public about it?
But like I said earlier, I think it's necessary for you to address the problem.
Exactly.
It's necessary.
See, I'm not going against you addressing the problem, but there's a way you say things. There's a way you put
He
things
didn't,
in
he,
order.
he didn't say it in any wrong way. In his word, he says that he wanted to make this public because to his people, he and Annie has been separated for some time now, and they are going to make their.
They are not even divorced yet.
They're not
Yeah,
divorced.
They're not divorced yet.
It's just
They're
saying.
actually working towards divorce.
That-
You probably said it maybe for people to know. I bet you at the end of the day we might even hear that
They're back together.
they are now back together. But I think this is just to me, oh, I see it as a propaganda because for Two Face to bring this thing out to the public to see, Two-Face has been in shell for a long time.
Yes, he never he doesn't used to talk about his private life that much.
He has been in shell for a long time. I think this is the best time for people to start talking about Two-Face. Probably you can wake up tomorrow and see that he drops an album. He uses this to drop an album.
Imagine. Now that kind of thing what you do.
No, it's not that. It's not that kind of a thing.
It's something. It's something.
It's not that kind of a thing that he wants to use to blow.
This thing I said now, you see someone giving that same advice. Like now, my boss, this is the best time. You are now top of the town. Drop something.
Do you remember the song that Two-Face actually sang about that he hates what you do to me, when he says that if she is not around, the house feels so peaceful, but at the same time he misses her.
He was actually talking to Annie.
He's talking to Annie, but
he speaks about himself a lot.
We don't actually know what he's going through, because he's kind of a quiet person, and then he hardly talk about it. He hardly talk about his private life.
If you listen to Two-Face kind of music, you hear that you know that he mostly talks about himself. If he's not talking about what's happening in society, he talks about himself. If you flash back to when him and Mikel had issue one time, he came out on his own. He said, there was this statement he made. I like to call patrol, but when Nigeria called, not everybody's a bit playboy. But I had an issue with Mikel that period. It happened when he was in the club where he met Mikel or something like that. They had issues in the club. They had this. They didn't fight at them, but
argument.
They had it out in the music for people to understand. I bet you in months to come, going to just
there was a comment that he actually come out and says that, oh, now me be the bad person for this marriage, but the time where I get kidney failure, nobody look. My wife they run for a movie show, say me they inside movie, but she no care me. I still they come up for hospital, go they check, attend to other things, they attend to family, but nobody care. Now you don't reach divorce. Now everybody they coming for divorce, where she call himself, where she caused by herself. Oh, everywhere good. He ended that like that. Like that means that there is actually a whole lot that is going on that we don't know.
There's a whole lot that is going on that we ourselves don't know.
Even I also heard that Two-Face brother, they are not going. They are not. It's the Two-Face family are not going to good terms.
Yes.
Even Annie's elder
She
brother,
herself said
Annie's
this.
elder brother, is not going to good terms.
But she herself said that the family of the husband does not like her at all.
Because her attitude, even there was this blog I heard about someone that really knows Annie. She said Annie doesn't really respect Two-Face. When Two-Face talks to her, she talks about that kind of that she has really changed from the kind of girl she used to be before. You know, when you groom somebody and the person has seen more exposure.
Yes, yeah, she's friends with any accusation that Annie was not on drugs before, and then now that she's married to Baba, she's now on drugs, and then she's behaving like that. That means that Baba needs to be questioned. Did you say that you friends crew that she involves herself in? Do they need question too?
If Two-Face we've not heard of any scandal of Two-Face going into drugs. So where is she now learning the drugs habit from? Definitely she had one peer pressure that she's having that new development.
Friends influence. That is what I'm going to call it. It might be a friend's influence, because I've watched several of our interviews, even that show. That is, I watched it and I was like, the way she used to shake her head and then trying to talk, and then it feels like there's muzzle feel that is.
Yeah, because I know the only I know when she started acting film. Then she was under. She even had this ambassadorship with Amstel. I can still remember. Then she was grooming herself and everything. We know the way she acts, the passions here. But now these days, when you interview her, you have this. I don't want to state. I don't want to just give the impression that this is what she's taking about. She has this kind of attitude. She's always
the muzzle fist, and then she was fighting with.
She's always using her hand to describe a lot. So like she'll stand up, she'll sit. So like she's always restless. I think there's something really going on apart from
the family stress and all that.
You know that you don't expect him to continue that kind of attitude. He's a public figure. He can be called out with his wife, and you expect him to have that kind of impression of his wife outside. It's very, very wrong. I think him coming outside to express to make the divorce. It's not even a divorce yet.
Alleged divorce, just to make the internet aware that this is what is going to be happening. And my next question is Two Baba a victim of public backlash due to his celebrity status or personal life being under constant scrutiny?
He's a victim now.
Definitely.
Definitely.
He has been a victim a long time ago. because
Definitely.
even comedians have used it to crack joke in shows. They'll be like,
Yeah. May your love not be like my two
no.
baba.
The one comedian said, why they no go use Two-Face dey advertise condom? Why Two-Face go dey advertise condom when e dey use am? So many bad guys were coming through that time.
Oh, please. Well, I don't see the public backslide that I'm going to be talking about here. I feels like the wife Annie has actually making the public backlash because she constantly talk about Tubaba. I remember when she will actually come out and then on her social handle and then she was saying that Tubaba is out there with Pero and then they are having fun and then he left her this and that accusing him of emotional damage or whatsoever and then she's trying to look like she's the victim in that marriage and then she just wanted to make it look like Tubaba is the bad person right here.
The question is he not doing it?
No, she complained to me. She complains a lot. There was even a time when she complained that Tubaba traveled to London to see Peru. He is this girl you're talking about has two childs for him. You don't expect him to just sit, not travel out to go and see his children. Those people need physical
See, I
discipline.
want you to understand something. Faithfulness matters most in marriage. If you have a baby mama outside and you are being faithful to your child and your wife that is at home with you, no matter where you go to, he or she will trust you.
Listen, this person you're talking about, this Peru we are all always emphasizing on. This Peru does not even stay in Nigeria. She
Exactly.
doesn't stay in Nigeria. Two-Face does not even really see her, except they talk on phone, they do video call.
How sure are you that they don't see themselves?
How would they see themselves when?
No, the question is how sure are you they don't see themselves? Will he tell you that he's not seeing her? Or will he put it on social media that yes, I'm seeing Peru, I'm doing this,
You
I'm
can't
doing
be in
that?
Nigeria, you're seeing someone in London, except your video call, you're calling yourself.
So Tueba does not look like that person that actually tours a lot.
He doesn't even leave the country a lot.
It does not tour a lot. Like it just feels like he is kind of a person that is in love with Nigeria, and then instead of him to travel around that much, he just be like, let him just okay. I have a family here. Let me just go and see my family and then go. Like almost those three ladies that we are actually talking about here. That Annie is constantly feeling inferior about. Like three of them are well successful.
She's not being inferior about the three. It's just this particular lady, which is Peru. Because the first one, Sumbo, she's married already to a pastor.
It's because of this Annie Edibia that makes her walk away.
See, I think I always say it depends on the kind of peer pressure you work around with. Because Annie can sit at a particular place and say, okay, or it has already skipped her mind. It would be a friend that will just send her a message. Have you seen what Peru posted? Have you seen what your husband posted? See, if you have those kind of friends around you, they always want to make you think more than yourself.
Exactly. I agree with that.
They always want to make you think that you are a celebrity. There are some things you shouldn't be talking about always. Definitely, so many people want to tag to see so many things, but just look at it and breeze through it. Even bloggers also have rules in all these things. Bloggers always want to make things look as if there's a string attached to it, where there's nothing.
Thing of a thing is like Annie is actually trying to make Tubaba look like the bad person in this whole relationship. Because Tubaba has tried a lot, keeping Annie family under his roof, even up till now. Like it's like how is it coping? And
That
having a misunderstanding with the Annie's family in his own house. It's like okay, even if he's actually he has his own bad side, like he's the man that is supposed to be. But I feel like Annie is trying to groom Tubaba into like the respectful husband that does what the wife says and all that. But this guy is a celebrity for God's sake, and then you can't actually feel like you wanted to put him inside the bag and then tie him out so that you can just go with your control wherever you want him to go. Okay, don't see this your baby mama. Okay, it's because of you. I'm not going to say. Don't go to this show. Okay, it's because of you. I'm not going to do it. And that is the kind of man Annie is looking for. But Tubaba is not that kind of a man. He respected his wife so much. He doesn't bring her dirty clothes to wash on public. Because if Tubaba wanted to say a whole lot now, we don't know what he might come out, and then the whole thing is going to.
you're always forgetting. Two-Face is from a polygamous family. He can wake up one day and say he wants to marry another wife.
Exactly.
He didn't think about that. He sticks to only one wife. The fact that we all know to Annie has.
Ahead.
It's enough respect to call someone your wife, even though you have baby mamas outside. Okay, that's why I keep emphasizing on the video's issue. Okay, Choma, that kind of for Choma. Even I don't want to know how many baby mamas that the video has. Choma will feel inferior because for the video to spend that kind of money for that kind of wedding. If you come back, if you get, because it's going to be a talk.
Exactly. And my second question is, by publicly addressing certain issues, did she intentionally create a narrative where her partner was constantly at fault?
She has always done that already, because there's no interview you call Annie to
That she won't talk about
that
her
they will ask a question about her husband that she I expect her to
like,
she's suffering under the marriage. So let's put it that way. You can't go out in public. See, most of all these bloggers that interview us, they want to hear from you. And if you go outside and make things look like your husband is not really kind, your husband is maltreating you, is giving you a bad impression, that is what they will blog on.
exactly.
That's what they will blog on. And that's the mistake he's always making.
She always make that mistake any interview. Oh, I Two-Face met me when I met Two-Face when I was 15 years old, and then all that, and then and in 2017 we got married, and his family this, his family that, and all that always come out from her mouth like,
I would say I would say she unintentionally curates it like that. Because are they not true? Everything she's saying, we know that is something he does.
okay,
Because if he doesn't do it, if it doesn't happen, why would she just come out and be like, okay, will you say that she's saying her first child was the fifth child Subaba has? Will we say it is a lie?
She's not meant to say that kind of thing in public. If you are saying that kind of thing in public, it's not called marriage again. You are supposed to keep your home private.
Everybody knows that already now.
Everybody knows that. It does not mean they should hear it from you.
they should hear more.
And sincerely speaking, I don't blame her. Probably because the way I see her, she doesn't have someone to talk to. So she felt having in
She has, her mom is there, her brothers are there.
like I said, you don't know what she's going through. You don't know what is happening. So you can't just judge like that.
Okay.
Do you understand? Probably she coming to this reality show, coming to this interview, coming to this and coming to meet these people. She be like, okay, I trust this person. Let me open up to him.
It's not everybody that you have to trust with your marriage life.
Let me open up to him or her. Do you understand? From there, she spills.
It's not everybody. Two Baba don't know. Let me say Annie don't know how to actually keep her private life secret. She just wanted to split it off. Well, and my next question: should Two Baba address past allegation of infidelity as part of his public statement on the divorce?
Well, I don't think it's even necessary for him to go to his past
Allegation.
because it's something he knows already, and it's something that he believes is part of it already. It's just like you saying, okay, oh, you want to keep to a particular style of hair, and everybody knows that this is the hair you keep to. Now start telling people that this is how much I used to barb this hair. People know that this is kind of lifestyle you have, but this is your
Who you
past.
are.
This is your past already. I don't think he needs to be going back to this. Even sometimes, he will be in a comedy show. They will crack joke. They will use him to crack joke. He's just going to laugh. Sometimes they will spray money because he knows that it's something that's happened in the past already. But you coming to an interview and now making people, giving people reasons to talk about it.
I think it's Annie that actually makes those infidelity of a thing to be more popular to everybody to know.
You can't tell me that Two-Face even planned for that kind of thing. A man that knows that he's in a relationship, he wants to have a sexual intercourse with a particular person, he will find out how my possible means for not to bring a child out of it, but can't trust now. Alcohol, shayo and everything.
Oh, so what you're saying now is that he did it under the influence of alcohol.
So you can't tell me that he did it purpose. You don't expect Two-Face to tell you that
The first one was an influence. The second one was a mistake. The third one was a mistake.
Let me tell you, if alcohol hits you in a particular place, I don't want to talk.
No. The alcohol will hit you for you to do a mistake the first time. You do a mistake the second time. You make a mistake the third time.
Let me tell you,
And you're telling me it's an influence of alcohol. No, don't use that to judge.
There are some mistakes you keep making. Okay, are you telling me you've not been in a situation whereby you make a mistake, a particular mistake for like 5 times or 10 times?
That's what they say. You don't make a mistake repeatedly. That same mistake doesn't happen repeatedly.
Nobody's perfect.
Understand, nobody's perfect, but that same mistake doesn't happen repeatedly.
How many wives does Fela have? How many children do you do you know how many concubines Fela has?
No, I understand that Fela
What
has a lot
about
of
King
concubines, but this one
Solomon?
is different.
What about King Solomon?
It's not how Solomon handled his own. It's the way Tubaba is handling
never
his
heard
own.
about Fela coming outside.
Not to talk of his wife coming outside. That's what I'm saying, that the way Fela handled his own
Okay.
is not the way
My
Tubaba
question
and
is,
handled their own.
why is it that it's only Annie that keep complaining about Tubaba?
It's not that the children are not being fed. He's not doing his responsibilities. Assuming he's not doing his responsibilities now, he's not taking care of his children. I will say, okay, there is a fault. He's keeping to all his obligations.
Exactly.
So why
Annie is not complaining about Tubaba. She's just saying her mind. She's expressing her mind.
That mind she's expressing is too much. She has damaged a lot than being repaired right now. That her mind she's trying to express is too much.
She's stressing her mind, and she does not know that if your mind is being stressed and you take any job or anything, you are worsening it up.
Exactly.
You are worsening it up. You can't say because we are feeling this, we are feeling depressed. Let me take this. It will